This is the dawn of a new era in British karting. Over 550 drivers in 12 classes competing for victory over 18 race weekends. This is the Motorsport UK British Kart Championships.
Chris Whitton takes the flag. Going to be enough for
TKM's next champion.
To win again in TKM Extreme.
Junior TKM is never dull in the British Kart Championships, and here at Fulbeck, it could be the most exciting final yet of the season. Over at Class and Motorsport, Ben Watson has had a pretty impressive weekend and now genuinely looks like a potential contender for the final.
For this weekend, we just sort of tried to fine-tune everything, make the kart a bit more suited to me, and as a result we've been a lot quicker and I've been a lot happier and made a lot less mistakes. Competition will be really close, plenty of drivers out there who are quick enough to win it, so we'll have to wait and see. So the track in general has suited me quite well. I think some other people who haven't got as much experience either, so I think it's evened it out a little bit.
Zach Oates, Ben Watson, Louis Harvey, Spencer Lane, Stuart Smith, Yardley Rose and Nicholson. Are we going to get a clean start? Yes, we do! It's as late a call as you can get, but they make the charge up to the hairpin for the first time, and we're going to get a really exciting run to that inside line. Is Zach Oates going to be able to hold it through the first corner? The answer is yes, and he's got the Class and Motorsport twins skipping around all over the back of him as they come down towards this chicane for the first time. Zach Oates holds it. Second place is Harvey. Harvey has made the jump. So Louis Harvey into second position in front of Ben Watson, and there's carnage behind. In the chicane, we've got 4 or 5 of them in the mix already. Big problems through the field, and it looks as though we've got some damage. That's the 18 in trouble, that's Charlie Flynn. Wainwright's got caught up, so too the 88 of Finlay Saunders. 39 in trouble, that is Matt Marsh, and also the 22 in there of Dale Whittaker. So sadly there's quite a few drivers in trouble. Looks as though we had an incident on the first hairpin as well. 10-second penalty goes the way of Harvey Roth. He went over the chicane, and also so too did the 94 of Jacob Hodgkiss, and so too did the 88 of Finlay Saunders, all caught up in that incident and all skipping the chicane sadly, and that is an instant 10-second penalty. So Zach Oates leads the way from Louis Harvey, and the number 9 is third, that is Ben Watson. The drivers charge their way forward, up to the hairpin, and Harvey is already giving chase to Zach Oates. Problems for Scott Smith. Scott Smith is slowing. Scott Smith is in trouble. So it looks to me as though the Birillard driver is going to come into the pits to retire. Scott Smith is going to pull it. No, he's not going to pull it out of the race. He's just going to drop to the back of the field and hope that the car will get going again. And there are oil flags down on the first hairpin. So clearly some fluid has been dropped out on the circuit. So big problems, and I think it was Scott Smith who was involved in that incident at the start. So that's why 22 has been given a 10-second penalty. That is Dale Whittaker for going through at the first chicane as well. First chicane of the first lap, I think. But out in the lead, it's Louis Harvey. Harvey has got through to the lead of the race. Battling away now with Zach Oates, and in third place it is the 9 of Ben Watson. So Louis Harvey gets the front of the race from Zach Oates, and in third position Ben Watson, the number 9. Then it is Spencer Lane, and in fifth position, that is a very hard charging 62 of Harvey Cole. So Harvey Cole is up in the fifth place trying to make his bid. But Louis Harvey for Class and Motorsport has hit the front of the race, and this is going to be a tough one for him to lose if he gets into a good rhythm. So now they come out of the hairpin up the long straight towards the second chicane of the lap. And so far, big tank snapper from Harvey, but he gets the car stopped beautifully on the apex. So that's nice and dandy. 45 for Zach Oates, Ben Watson third. Fourth place for Spencer Lane. But as soon as the Junior TKM start battling, we're going to be in for a rip-roaring encounter as the drivers continue to battle out of the final turn, and no problem for Louis Harvey to hold the race lead in front of Zach Oates and Ben Watson. Then it is Lane, Cole, the 17 is next of Oliver Stewart, and then it is the 32 of Saunders from Dominic Kilmister, then Lewis Mackey, then Jack Nicholson from Will Harrells and Dominic Roberts, and then James Barty in front of Ben Higgins, Morgan Kidd, Ben Cox, Josh Raystrick, Charlie Webb, Theo Tibbets and Daniel Gazal. They get into the braking zone for the chicane. Still Harvey out in front of Oates. Oates is going to sit there in second place and watch it unfold. but he wants to make his move fairly quickly if he wants to take back the lead of the race. Time ticks down pretty rapidly, and with 11 minutes in hand still for this race, it's early doors as the junior TKMs continue to battle away. But Louis Harvey holds the advantage as they come through the final corner. Zach Oates in second, Watson, then the 11 is in fourth place, that is Spencer Lane. There's some really close battles throughout the junior TKM field as they continue to squabble. Harry Wainwright trying to get his way up the order as the midfielders are having a great squabble down to the first chicane, and a couple of drivers, somebody's overshot the first chicane and he's going to rejoin at the back of the field, but is still going to pick up that 10-second penalty regardless. So now the number 7 of Louis Harvey leads the race in front of Zach Oates and Ben Watson. Then the 11 of Spencer Lane in fourth from Harvey Cole, and up the inside for sixth goes Jack Saunders. Saunders gets into sixth position, and it's the 44 who goes over the first chicane. That, I'm afraid to say, is a jump up the order too much for the 44 of Kian Bennett. He gets a 10-second penalty for skipping the chicane. Into that first few corners and back onto the power up towards the hairpin. So this is going to be a really intense battle as they come off the hairpin and up the short stretch to the chicane once again. Louis Harvey leads in front of Zach Oates. Still there in third, Ben Watson from Spencer Lane in fourth position. Then in fifth it is Harvey Cole in front of the sixth place man, the 32 of Jack Saunders. And then Stewart in front of Kilmister. Lewis Mackey in front of the 43 of Jack Nicholson. They come through into the chicane and up through the hairpin. They're going to continue this battle all the way through, out of the final turn and onto the home straight once again. So the competitors are going to continue to charge their way further forward as they get through the S's and up towards the hairpin on the far side of the course. Some really good racing still to come from these guys. They know just how tough it's going to be from this moment on as they continue to charge their way further forward up to the chicane. And Harvey hops over the curbs nice and neatly in front of Oates, Watson and Lane. They go into the square left and up again towards the hairpin at the end of that second sector as they charge forward. Morgan Kidd having a proper squabble with the 82 of Benjamin Cox. But still they come off the turn very nice and neat in this top four. Nobody making the overtaking move just yet. It's like they're ticking down time at the moment. And I have a feeling that when they get to the halfway mark, 7.5 minutes left, that's when Zach Oates is going to start making his efforts to get up through the order. Still the drivers battle away as they come down the short stretch to the chicane. And a very tough battle in the offing. Harvey, Oates, Watson, Lane, Cole. And then closing up is Jack Saunders. 7th place is still the ridiculously tall for his age Oliver Stewart, 12 years of age. And Haggis is already up at the sharp end of the field in junior TKM. It's almost as if the car was built for him. And up the inside, the 43 has made the move there. That is Jack Nicholson on Dominic Kilmister. So the top four battle away again. And a good change for Harvey to get a little bit of breathing space between himself and Zach Oates. Now, can Ben Watson get through in a second place before Zach Oates makes his bid for the lead? The answer would be possibly at the moment, because there's a really good battle between these two. As Watson really now starts to make the bid up towards the second place man, Zach Oates. Oates is definitely the danger man here in second place. Harvey will want to try and get away. Watson will want to try and get through. So Watson is trying to make his bid to come by. But it's not the easiest in junior TKM. He knows he's got a very tough mission in front of him. They come up to the chicane at the end of the lap. And still a really good battle for the drivers as they come through the final corner. So Watson still runs there in front of Spencer Lane, with Harvey Cole being caught by Jack Saunders. Great racing still here at Fulbeck with 5.5 minutes to go, and the lead is still Louis Harvey in front of Zach Oates, and then in third position it is Ben Watson in front of Spencer Lane. So a truly sensational battle continues up at the sharp end of the field, and it's not going to be long before Zach Oates makes his impression and his bid to come through. So let's see what Louis Harvey can do to fend him off. Zach Oates in second place, third is Ben Watson, fourth is the 11 of Spencer Lane, but catching them all is now a very strong charge forward from fifth and sixth positions. They are continuing to fight further forward now. This is a chance for Harvey Cole and Jack Saunders to get into the podium position. The top six still very close, but closer than ever now as they go to the final 5 minutes of racing. Harvey, Oates, Watson, Lane, Cole, Saunders. Yellow flags up at the square left. That is the 44 that has gone off. A 44 has gone off the road there. That is a big problem for Cian Bennett. So Cian Bennett, I'm afraid to say, is out of the race, and that is a real shame for Cian Bennett. Disaster for him as his race comes to a premature closure. But the 7 of Harvey continues to lead here in front of Zach Oates, and then the 9 of Ben Watson in front of Spencer Lane, Harvey Cole and Jack Saunders. So they come through up at the chicane. They come out of the final couple of corners of the lap as the clouds continue to wander in. But there's still 4 minutes of racing to go here at Fulbeck. And down into the chicane. Louis Harvey is just holding his nerve. He does not want to lose ground up at the lead of this race. It's a hairpin and continues on his mission out in front. So up to the chicane. They will continue to push further forward, and this is going to be a really exciting battle as they continue to charge forward. They go through the square left and up into the hairpin once again. They go on the short stretch and up towards the final chicane. It's going to be a really exciting battle from this moment on as they come through the square left hand of the final part of the lap and back into the battle once again down the home straight. So the drivers continue to challenge forward, but now there is going to be quite an incredible tussle as the drivers move further forward down to the hairpin. And who is going to get the victory? This is going to be tight as the competitors get themselves down to the chicane once again. And up to second has come Ben Watson. Watson has made the bid for second on Zach Oates. So Watson is now through into that second place spot on Zach Oates. They pass my position and it's 1-2 for Klassen. Now this is going to be interesting because if Louis Harvey can hang on to this lead and Watson can be there in second, it's going to be a 1-2 for the team, but certainly it's going to help in the championship fight as well. They are 1 and 2 and they are charging forward. Oates in third position, maybe about to lose out to Spencer Lane. Lane is trying to get his way through now into third position. If he can make his bid, then he's got a great chance up to the hairpin. They storm their way through that tight hairpin bend. And as the competitors continue to make a progress, have we got an off up at that hairpin? I think maybe somebody has gone off the circuit, not quite. No, my eyes were playing tricks on me there, sorry. But that is Zach Oates still in third position, trying to get close to the 2 Klassen Motorsport cars. Zach Oates in third place, Spencer Lane in fourth. But a battle raging as Jack Saunders gets into fifth place past Harvey Cole. So now it's 1 and 2, all blue, Klassen Motorsport. 1 and 2 in front of the precision racing driver, Zach Oates in third place. They go into the first chicane, no change. Back down the short stretch. Both drivers are going to want to win. Meanwhile, further back, there's a nice little battle developing as drivers are continuing to edge their way further forward. Dominic Kilmister is now 7th in front of Jack Nicholson. Then it is Lewis Mackey, Oliver Stewart, James Barty, Ben Higgins and Morgan Kidd. And then Will Howells in front of Dominic Roberts, Ben Cox, Oliver Richardson, Harvey Roth, Josh Raystrick. And rounding out the top 20, it is Jensen Davis. But now Ben Watson is having a look at Louis Harvey. They've got to the point where now they can pretty much start to think about racing. Up at the front end of the field, they're 1 and 2 with a minute to go as they cross the line. So now Louis Harvey is hanging on to the inside line. He knows how little time there is. He's defending from Ben Watson. Here we go. Race action is on for Junior TKM. Swarming around. Is that a move for the inside line? Louis Harvey hangs on in front of Ben Watson as they come through the hairpin, down the straight towards the chicane. And Harvey again holds the line from Ben Watson. Oates is still there in third. Spencer Lane in 4th position. Watson has a look and a chop across from Harvey to shut him down and hold on to his lead. Now Lane tucks up to the inside to hang on from Saunders as Harvey Cole goes side by side with Saunders. They get into the boot. No change in the end. Despite all of that jockeying for position, there is no change for position. They come off the turn and back down the straight. 2 laps to go. And Louis Harvey again dives to hold up the inside. There's a warning flag for Louis Harvey. So Louis Harvey apparently has a warning flag. But across the timing beacon, Ben Watson was apparently leading. So is Watson now the race leader? They come up to the chicane. Harvey still looks like he's hanging on to it. Yes, indeed, the 7 is there, but he's been given a warning. You've got to be careful about how you defend now. That's better. That's definitely a cleaner line through from Louis Harvey. And now up the inside, Watson has to move to cover Zach Oates, who got up the inside of him in the square left. These 3 have got a little bit of a breathing space now from Spencer Lane because Saunders is attacking Lane in 4th place. They come off the final corner and up to the leaders come Watson. Harvey just about hangs on in front of Oates and he's got another warning flag. Oh, and contact off of the circuit. Oh no, contact in the first chicane and that's all gone horribly wrong. Now is that Louis Harvey that's come off the circuit there and has dropped down the order? They're on the last lap. No, it's not. I think that must have been, well, that's got to be Jack Saunders who's disappeared. Oates is now up to 2nd past Harvey. But Ben Watson has got the gap. So I think Ben Watson's going to have this race in the bag. He's got enough breathing space. Klassen Motorsport had better be getting ready because Ben Watson is coming out of the final couple of corners. Ben Watson is going to get the victory at Fulbeck. Brilliant. What a drive from Ben Watson. All weekend he has risen to the challenge with gusto and determination. And Ben Watson smashes the final. Absolutely serene drive. Zach Oates in 2nd. Louis Harvey hangs on to grab a 3rd place finish. And it's a victory after Precision Racing won the first final. Klassen Motorsport have got it in the 2nd. Brilliant drive from Ben Watson. So Watson wins it from Oates in 2nd. Harvey is 3rd from Spencer Lane, Harvey Cole and Dominic Kilmister. From Lewis Mackey, Jack Saunders, Oliver Stewart and Jack Nicholson. In front of Ben Higgins, James Barty, Will Howells and Oliver Richardson. Dominic Robertson, Morgan Kidd. From Ben Cox and Harvey Robb. Then Josh Raystrick and Jensen Davis, Harry Wainwright and Joe Harrison. Theo Tibbets and Zach Taylor. From Charlie Webb, Jacob Hodgkiss, Daniel Gazal, Finlay Saunders, Charlie Flynn, Matt Marsh, Harry Yardley Rose, Dale Whittaker. And the 2 retirements from the race, Scott Smith, or a lap down I should say actually, and Kian Bennett, who retired some time ago after his trip into the square left barrier. But Ben Watson is victorious here at Fulbeck. It's joy for the Klassen Motorsport squad as Ben Watson and Louis Harvey formed the bread of a Zach Oates sandwich. But thanks to a pair of brilliant races, the title fight in 2019 has now taken a very interesting turn.
Start wasn't the best, fell down to I think P4, but then just sat on the back of the front 2, pushed them around for quite a while, and then last few laps the pace really came to us and that's when I was managed to take the lead.
Yeah, so the weekend didn't start very well. Had a lot of problems on the Saturday with engine issues and everything, but the team did a great job on Saturday to get me ready for today. Didn't really have the pace, but we managed to get 2nd place on the last lap, so very good championship points, and just like I say, a massive thank you to everyone at Precision Racing.
The weekend's gone pretty well. Final 2 was a bit gutting because we had the pace and we led most of it, but a mistake on the last few laps cost me the win. I'd just like to thank Klassen Motorsport, my mum, my dad, and everyone who's helped me.